声にだけで海辺のビラ夏に帰ってく僕のイニシャルついたシャツに着替えなぜ走り出すの熱い心の波打ち際へと近づく僕の誘い交わして君は 1000% 欲しいよ素直な瞳で君が見た夢なら If you give me your heart 永遠に浮かぶ物語目を閉じた Endless summer 君のいない時間にかけた電話なぜか言えない少し勇気を出して待ち伏せした今何さはTwilightもしも君だけ夜にまみれても銀の涙は僕に返して君は 1000% 輝く晴れの雫をその髪に散りばめ If you give me your heart 日差しも溶けるフォトグラフここだけが Brand new summer しなやかな仕草と渡されたカクテル恋のめまい飲み干す君は 1000% 欲しいよ素直な瞳で君が見た夢なら If you give me your heart 永遠に浮かぶ物語目を閉じた Endless summer 君は 1000% 輝く晴れの雫をその髪に散りばめ
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Zarek with the Melanated Anime Club. We about to kick this off. Once I remember how to turn this thing off. Hold on. Bam. What up, guys? No shit. I muted y'all. My fault. That's 100% my fault. What's up, gang?
Now? Great.
Yeah, what's up?
What's good? Yo, I've been trying to change and work on some audio equipment setup. So if anything audio-wise is off today, it's because there's some setting I forgot about. So I apologize, and I'm here to do it and fix it on the fly. What up? It's so good to see y'all, man. It is good to
see you after a lovely week, man.
Yeah?
It was. Same here.
I've been having a hard time this week. Yeah, like I said, I got some stuff and I started setting this up. I got a smoker, so I've been out there grilling meats. So I've been
nice.
I saw that.
Yeah.
How'd that can up the butt?
Dude, that chicken came out good, man. Like I was not expecting. It's my first time ever doing a whole chicken. And it came out right. Like I got some mesquite and some applewood, so that was my smoke. And then I used like a local lager. I forget what it's called right now, but it's by Golden Road. It's wild because like what you got to do is you got to like drink a little bit of the beer down and then use a can opener to open it. And then to add flavor, I kind of put in some diced minced garlic and diced onions. So like, and that steamed, it would just get more flavor in there. And
when did this become a cooking show?
Yo, I can do that. But
Food
that's
is
what
life, man.
that's what I've been doing this week.
Food is life. And tell me there isn't a cooking anime show.
There are many.
I know at least
There are
3
many,
off the top of my head.
You're right.
Right? I thought of one. I can't think of it, but it was like during the
Food Wars. It was Toriko. The
Right,
one
you
you
just
did,
said it was Toriko. I was thinking of Toriko.
because Toriko did the crossover with One Piece.
Right. And One Piece. Yeah. It was Toriko. Yeah. Did that end?
Yeah, that didn't last very
Oh,
long. Toriko was not good. It was just popular. Much like Bleach.
Ooh, hot take.
Shots fired. I'm
Right
sorry.
take.
Hot.
Right take. Might be the right take. My take. Right take.
Right take.
Right take. Right take.
Okay, Bleach has its issues, but like I kind of like the story as a whole. Like the pacing is horrible,
The
but
story's
like,
great.
The concept is dope.
Mm-hmm. Like once you got to the point where what's his name's sister like met dude and it was like, cool, you have your powers, and like, oh wait, we're going back. That's where it probably should have ended. And then it was like, this is dope because it's a great idea. And they just kept it going. He had no concept after that.
Yeah, that's real.
yeah, it kind of went off the rails.
Yep.
It definitely went off the rails.
In other news, I won an animated related bet this week, so someone owes me $50.
Oh shit! Please do tell. I love hearing about.
No, that's story. Yeah.
Well, a couple months ago, I was having this conversation with a friend of mine about Demon Slayer, and I was like, dude, the writing's on the wall. Like, based on where this was like in January, based on where the story was at that point, I'm like, this manga is going to end by like chapter 200, 210 max. And we're at chapter 205 right now, and I think the next chapter is going to be the last one. So once that's confirmed within 2 days, I'll have my $50.
Shit. So you're thinking that Demon Slayer is going to be over?
Oh yeah, the story is done. The main antagonist has been defeated. They already had the color panel of on the last chapter where everyone's recovering. Like it's done.
But with the numbers,
that
you think it's over for real?
Say again.
With the numbers it's been doing, you really think they're gonna end it? They're not gonna. I mean, it's not America. They're not gonna drag it out when it needs to be dragged out. But
Okay, my personal opinion, it needs to end after this because there's just no point continuing the story except for money, and I'm against that. Like the story is great the way it is. Like, don't make it a money grab. Just let it be the complete, honest, like beautiful story that Demon Slayer is.
nah, man, fuck that.
No.
Finish your chapter, have something crazy happen, and then give us a time skip.
And then
every good anime deserves a time skip.
all
No.
deserve a time skip. And when the time skip happens, make it so far in the future that's so catastrophic at the end of this series that you have to come back and give it like a 2-letter acronym at the end.
Yeah. That a GT reference?
Yeah.
No, it's not.
I know.
Oh, I thought it was.
No, GT's literally the next day.
I'm just saying there should be time. Like,
yeah,
One Piece had it right. It's like, no, I'm going to go away for 2 years. That's a reasonable amount of time to train.
Yeah, I mean, true, but like, I
Change your body.
don't know how familiar you two are with Demon Slayer, but just where it is right now in the manga, like, there really is no point. Like, the main antagonist has been defeated. Like, all his progeny are pretty much either scattered or gone. Like, I mean, it's done. Like, there's really no point carrying on the story.
I don't know.
Unless those progeny have like issues.
Like,
That'd
there
be the
may be some demons still scattered around. They haven't really discussed that, but like the main big bad demon that created all the other demons is dead. Spoiler alert. There's nothing else to do.
Yeah,
Sounds like a perfect time to start reading it.
There you go. Catch up.
Right.
You'll enjoy it.
I don't know. I feel like the same thing could be said with like, I guess Yu Yu Hakusho is different because it didn't really have like a antagonist that carried it all the way through.
No,
There wasn't some big bad because it's like, you know, for me it felt like after Chiguro that would have been a good place to like end it, and you know, and then after that they brought in Sensui, which was his own weird, totally different vibe.
having a dark spirit detective, that was a good way to like extend the arc a little bit. I like that.
Yeah. So I mean, to me, there's not any anime kind of has that there's someone that, you know, you trained with that probably thought fell off, but got, you know, went to the dark side because of the good guy being the good guy. They gotta tell me there's no one in Demon Slayer that can't come back as like an overpowered mega villain. That
no.
Not even like a pissed off child.
Say again.
Like yeah,
Pissed off child.
like
No.
A jilted lover.
No.
pissed off God.
No God references. No.
Angry rich person.
There usually is one, but no one was making money off of demons killing people. Like, it was all about like eating and surviving for them.
So there's no demons left. No little half demons running around.
Not that I know of. Like they killed all the top demons that were like right under like the maker of all demons. And
Lucifer. We'll call him. We'll just call him Lucifer.
Yeah, they killed Lucifer. All his parademons, the ones right under him, like, and I just don't see any more demons being made. Like they can like take the last couple demons, kill them off, because there are no way to level up the higher ones. So it would be easy cleanup.
So there's no way that there's like a person that's like, I'm a demon, like fuck humanity, I'm a demon.
Yeah.
Don't see it. Don't see it.
There's no way little demon who's like, all right, I'm a little bitch, but I'm the lowest totem pole, but there's no one above me. So
He's the strongest
I can
demon.
get stronger and become the next big bad. Again, I've never read it, so I don't even know if demons can level up.
See, the way they did it in Demon Slayer was to become a demon, like the first demon had to give you a certain amount of his blood. And depending on how much blood he gave you, that's how strong you got. And depending on if he gave you too much, it might either kill you or make you stronger. It just depends on how strong you get. But I don't see any other demons getting stronger like that.
Okay.
That's just how they wrote it.
That's fair. All right. Well, Demon Slayer's over next week.
Yeah, okay. Cool. I'm going to find it.
2 weeks. If it's not there and it's the last chapter and it's over, my man's getting $50. And honestly, we can talk all this shit, but I want my man's to get $50.
I'm
more concerned about that. Who did you make that bet with? Do we know them?
You know Roman.
All right. I was going to say it at the beginning. Like I knew out the gate it had to be Ramon making this dumbass bet. That's just a Ramon bet. And because I know it's him, I'm going to make sure you get your money.
Thank you. He already said it. He's like, yeah, I think I owe you $50.
And I just saw one of our viewers leave when you name dropped, so I'm sure he was the one that was watching. Damn. All right, cool.
Love you, Ramon.
All right. I think this is a good place to hit him with one of these.
Yeah.
There we go.
All right, cool. All right, cool. So talking about Demon Slayer, how did you get into Demon Slayer?
Yeah.
Did someone like recommended you? It was like
it was the hot anime last summer, and I kind of ignored it. I was watching other things, so like by the time like all the episodes were there, like I could just binge it and I don't know, I'm just this kind of person. Like if something's overhyped right out the gate, I tend to avoid it.
Yeah.
It's like I'll wait for the hype to die down, then give my opinion on it. That's what I do, and that's what I did with Demon Slayer, and then just like I was watching like 2 episodes a night because I didn't want to like really binge it, but like I'd end up watching like 2 or 3 a night, and then it was over. So it's like, well, time to read that manga, and I was caught up within like a week.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of my rule of thumb too. I need at least like I don't like things when they're hype. I remember with My Hero Academia, and I was just like, man, fuck all of this.
What?
But then like 3 seasons, and I saw that there was 3 seasons there, and it was still going. I jumped in, and I was like, yo, I dig this. This is a slightly different take on things that I know. And I like the fact that like Midoriya is so different. Like that's the only reason I think that show is any good. The
boy got heart.
I mean, everyone's got heart in shonen. Like that's not the argument. He had brains. That was the difference. Is that he was a feeler. He was an analytical guy. He wasn't fuck it, let's fight. Yeah, like he's not like bowls of meat. And getting ready for fights. You know, he's like, I'm in my head. How come I can never? Yeah, and he's just like the kid that tries, and that's what I was like. That's why he's dope. And then you get to the point where you meet the other characters, and
I love how like throughout the series, every other character in Class 1A is getting their shine.
Yeah,
like it's not focused on Midoriya. Like I think that's just really good world building and like character development. That's
even like what was it? I forget the arc, but like where 1B had to come in and like also be helpful.
Yeah.
Like was that after the tournament, or was that when they were fighting each other during the tournament?
I don't remember right now. Like,
Well,
there's an arc right now.
Before, so that's all kind of in the anime past in my mind. So
that was the sports festival.
Sports festival. That makes more sense.
Class 1A and Class 1B do have like a scrimmage kind of thing in the next season.
Yeah.
So I'm waiting for that because that's gonna be dope.
Yeah.
Well, spoiler, they end up working together in the future.
Yeah.
I mean, they're heroes. They're supposed to. That's like their job.
Right. Yeah. I mean, like,
to make each other better.
Like they're doing that now.
Yeah.
That was definitely one. Oh shit, we got comments. Oh shit.
We do?
Yeah, Masood's up in here. Man, Deku is also.
Oh, what up, Masood?
How is
Deku also a scrub? Man,
I don't understand that.
God,
he can't control his power. Like last I checked,
got it like a year ago when everyone's had theirs since birth.
Yeah,
I get it. Yeah, I totally get
There's
that.
a learning curve.
From like a sports perspective too, like you have those people that are just naturally born. Like you get up and you're in grade school and you have a race for them and like, why are you so damn fast? It's unnatural.
Yeah.
But there are those people who still get good because they work their asses off.
Yeah.
And I like that from him.
I'm reminded of a quote.
Oh,
all right, what quote?
From good old Naruto. It's not a direct Naruto quote. It's from Rock Lee. He's like, I will prove that hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard.
Yep.
Boom.
Yeah, is that a broccoli quote or is that like a
broccoli quote?
That's broccoli.
Probably taken from someone else, but
okay,
that's definitely broccoli.
I definitely feel like I've heard like old school wrestlers like use that. So
I'm not going to debate the origin. I mean,
it's probably a time-tested, like translated 1,000 different times, like ideas. Like you see that talented person over there, he's lazy. Look where he did. You worked your butt off. You now have a hut.
Damn, a hut? I'm trying to get
I said time tested. Did we have houses the whole time? No. We had huts at some point. Other people had caves, disgusting as they were.
Thanks for
that. I think I'm more of a cave person than a hut person.
I mean, I'd probably rock with a cave too. All right, think about it.
I don't know.
Nice firm sides.
Cold and wet. No.
But like at least like defense structurally, like ain't nobody coming in from at least 3 sides. You know what I mean?
True.
Fair enough.
Somebody can just walk up with a torch and from any side you fuck.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully we're at a point in society where people just aren't doing that randomly at this point. But you know, we're not gonna do this. I'm not gonna go into this.
Yeah, I'm with Maya. Maya agrees with me. Maya knows what's up. Caves is greater than huts.
Caves over huts. Okay.
Absolutely.
I am wrong. There.
Damn. All right. So
no, it's easier to fall on the sword and just move forward, even if you secretly know you're right.
Is that an anime quote too?
No.
No, that is definitely not. That is my own truism. That is definitely a false.
Yo, dope. So I wanted to take a moment here to kind of talk about weird animes that we've been introduced to that maybe personally I wouldn't have watched or gone into on my own, but due to a recommendation or watching with a friend. And I want to kick this one off. So back in the day when I wasn't really into anime, where I would really watch mostly like the comedy stuff or like just like the weird stuff. And my roommate at the time, he would just go out and rent whatever anime he could. And he got this one called Spice and Wolf. And I haven't really followed up on it. I was kind of into it while I watched it with him, but it's always stuck with me that it's anime. It builds up. It gets to where you're going to have a fight. But instead of a fight, there's like a very intense negotiation scene that occurs. And like, I don't know how to describe it other than that. But Spice and Wolf is definitely something I think you guys should all check out because it's something.
What happened? Why are you dying?
Yeah, Matt's dead. Like, I guess Matt's a Spice and Wolf fan, is my guess.
Or he's never heard of it, and just the concept is.
Yeah, the concept is wild. But there's no like fighting. There's maybe like 1 or 2 kind of like someone got betrayed kind of deals with some violence, but it's mostly just like
it's very emotional and you know.
Just like it raises stakes like anime does. But instead of big fights, it's just like we're negotiating. it's
motion. I would like to.
So it's like attorney.
It's not quite. It's not like an attorney. It's more like bartering system. Like like someone needs this thing, and it's like that dude who turned a paperclip into a house, like that kind of like fable story, how he would kind of trade it, but it was mostly like I need to trade this so that person can live. Yeah, it's like more like bartering negotiation than like lawyer.
Oh, so like what happens when you go down to like Cancun in the shops and they're like, hey, this is $60, and you're like, nah, this is probably like 30, and they're like, I can't do that, like 40. So you're like, 35, and like, all right, cool.
You've only haggled in Cancun?
Yes.
Okay. Go to more ethnic stores.
I just pay the price, man.
That's what's up.
Yeah. You're gonna have to, like, when I come out to LA, you're gonna have to show me how to do that.
Okay.
So you know how to haggle? You don't know how to haggle?
No.
All right. Yeah. That's
Yeah.
You always don't know how to.
Closer to me, and you could help.
You know what? Fine. You want tips on haggling? I got you.
Yeah. Thank you.
We'll stay 6 feet apart, but I'll teach you how to do it.
That's a given. That's a given.
So what were some like weird animes that y'all were suggested that y'all didn't think you would like but got into?
I don't think this was a weird suggestion. This one I just kind of found on my own. Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid. Like I forget how I came across this. I think I was just looking on Crunchyroll and I may have saw like a clip of it like on Facebook or YouTube or something, and it's just like, okay, this seems weird, but it also seems really funny. And that's kind of what I got from it. Basically, the story is like there's this salaryman or woman, like, well, the character's a woman. She works in an office all day, and after a long day of work, she gets drunk with her coworkers, and then is trying to stumble home where she comes across like a big ass dragon and befriends it. in her state. And then the next day, the dragon is in this half human form and has agreed to become her maid. And hilarity ensues.
That's what's up.
You know what a maid's duties are, and then other dragons show up. It's a whole thing, but like it's funny. That's what the entire.
I love weird animes like that. That's like maybe one of my favorite like subgenres. Like, of course, I love a good battle manga, battle anime. I love a good,
everyone loves a good shonen.
Yeah, everyone loves a good shonen, but like, like I like the weird ones too. I like Case Closed is one that's like very popular. But I remember watching that the first time and being like, yo, this is so different than everything else. And like
a serious detective series where like people got murdered every episode and you were like
goofy kids like no, yeah. It's like grizzly fucking murders, yeah.
And how he solved them.
Do that.
What? You've never seen Case Closed?
You've never read Case Closed or saw Case Closed?
Oh, dude.
Bro, are you how far back? Like, are you like a classic anime guy? Like, you ever watched them?
I went classic and then like vaulted to Dragon Ball. So like for me, it was like all the mechas, Akira, like early 80s stuff. Like was like that's where I was at, and then like Ronin Warriors kind of like ended where it was at, and then next thing I know, I was like, oh, dope, Dragon Ball.
Well, I'm
back.
Like timeline wise though, that's the same era.
No, it's the same era, but for me, like I stopped watching Ronin like when it was done in Japan because it was like being shown at the same time, kind of in America. Like I feel like it. I could be wrong. It really felt like the 80s. Could be just that it was the 90s and they were showing the 80s thing.
Yeah, I think that was more.
Okay.
But you were around in the 80s, so you would know.
Yes.
I'm just gonna tilt my hat down.
Yeah. God, Jesus. Okay. The point I'm making is that my timeline, there was like an 8-year time jump between animes I was watching, which were like the Akira style drawings, the cross one, the mechas, Gundam, jumping forward, and then it's still the 80s, but I didn't discover it until oh, wait a second. Oh, snap. I just realized I'm old. Okay, so like the time series that I just thought of is not that I was still in high school watching Ronin Warriors, and then when I got to college, when Dragon Ball came on, I was still in college, so it was still the 90s. Okay, yeah, that just connected for me. Okay. Anyway, the point I'm going to make here.
You haven't seen your moment right now, Matt?
What?
You haven't seen your moment, Pops? Right.
Yeah, boomer's going to boom.
Yo, dude, that's your new
boom right now. I'm just booming, man. I'm just booming. Crap. God, that was so embarrassing.
It's okay. It's okay.
In any case, yeah, there was that. And then maybe the gap I'm thinking of might be after college where I just wasn't paying attention much. And then discovered like Naruto popping back up, which probably got me back in.
Naruto is one of the ones that helped push me away from getting back into anime and the time that I
don't know, pulled me in. But then again, at the time, I was like,
no. So for me, I remember Naruto kind of coming out. I was in high school, and I had kind of started my first job ever was at Toys R Us. So just hearing goddamn Believe It and all these kids running around.
That would
disturb me.
It was like Naruto, High School Musical, and oh man, I worked the Christmas Eve that the year that the Wii came out. That was the worst day I've ever worked in my life.
Wow.
Yeah.
Sorry, man.
Yeah, I after I lost that job, I never worked retail again. But that's a different story.
Right.
Retail will kill your soul.
Absolutely. I mean, that sucks but also like Blockbuster had some pretty cool like when you leave Blockbuster.
But yeah, Blockbuster had such a huge selection because everything was on VHS and that was their model. But like now, finding those things are hard as hell. Like it's not like like walking through like, oh, that's a cool cover. Grab it, go take it home.
Mm-hmm.
You know, not to say like you can't browse through like on Netflix. That's where I like discovered the one that was like, oh snap, I've never seen that before. No point of view for it whatsoever. Attack on Titan. Yes, it's newer, but for me, seeing these big ass skinless human out of nowhere, but then also the ninja-esque aspect of like, cool, I'm just gonna throw these things in the swinger. I like violence. Violence when people don't get hurt. Within anime and cartoons, it's fine. So an itty bitty person slicing the throat of this big skinless monster, okay. Also, it just looked weird, like how these weird, like just running around like the weird things that they would do, and then just pick it up and just eat humans. I like those weird, like you can get that in anime. It's just weird enough that you're like, I'm okay with this.
The most messed up part about Attack on Titan is that the Titans don't eat humans for sustenance at all. They just eat till they get their fill and they throw them up and then keep on eating. Sorry, I just had to get that out.
That's
yeah.
All right.
Wow, I honestly did not know that. So that's probably after the fight between the two people that transform.
Yeah.
Okay. I've got catching up to do.
All right. So, question.
Yeah.
Are Saiyans furries?
Are Saiyans furries?
Yes. I'm gonna jump out there and say
tails. They have an animal form.
When they party, they get more animalistic.
Yeah. When they look at the sun, they literally turn into golden apes, or not golden, but just apes.
The moon.
Right, the moon. I meant to say the moon.
Freaks come out at night. That's all I'm gonna say.
Do you think they ever had sex in their grade 8 forms?
Always. Like, how is that automatically not a yes?
No, it's just so out there.
It is out there, but how is it not a thing? That's my point.
You know what? On the internet, it probably is a thing out there. Let's just don't even.
Yo, Matt, you can Google it and then
I'm not going to be the one who has the FBI coming down my door about
I don't think that's illegal. I don't think that's illegal.
It's consenting adults. You're right. All right.
What are other things that are furries in anime? Because I feel like we can take this and be like, man, are fishmen?
No.
Are they fur? No, they don't have fur. But you don't have to have fur to be a furry.
I don't understand that aspect of furry, and I only know one true furry. And I feel like I would offend them if I asked if a fish person is a furry.
I would say no. I'm not going to act like I'm an expert on furries, but like I don't think men are considered furries because they don't have fur. It is like an animalistic form, but like I don't know.
So would like a half dragon person, like a dragonborn, would that be a furry? You have to have fur. Like Beerus, right? He's like a skinless cat. Can he be a furry?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Skinless cats. That's Why not? Why isn't that a furry? That seems like that would be a furry. Furry? My brain broke.
You're getting it here.
Yeah,
it's exactly the content that you want. Or stay inspired.
Anime is full of furries. That's all I'm really trying to get out there. Is
well, anime is filled with a lot of like, let's say, question themes. So let's just.
Have you guys ever heard of Cuticle Detective Inaba?
I don't know, but no, I haven't.
No, it's 12 episodes. It is in fact a furry anime. Yeah, Google.
Wait, isn't that new? Wouldn't that new show on Netflix be considered like a furry anime? Like, is Stars?
Considering the source of the person who I would ask what is and what is not a furry, Taupe was the first I saw post about that new show on Netflix. I'm gonna say yes.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Yeah. My logic is very simple and inclusive.
Yeah, if you have any good furry anime recommendations, put them in the comments. We'll look them up.
Yeah.
We might watch them.
I got a top 10 right now.
We'll look them up for sure.
Whoa. Yo. Okay. Let's talk about Mangenka for a second. Okay. Since we're talking about furries and there's a connotation around furrydom, is it a predilection for a Mangenka to be a perv?
Oh, that's interesting.
See, I feel like any writer should be able to aspect a broad spectrum. Now, in anime, because it's primarily targeted, especially the jump style shonen, is primarily targeted to teenage boys.
Yep, hormones.
It's gonna go into the weird stuff because, I know it was kind of a big deal that One Piece had like a couple of like the way that they treat the okamas is kind of like a thing that with a lot of my like when I first saw it was like, what is this? But as I kind of got more into it, especially once they had Sanji kind of go to New Nokama Island, and it was just like, oh, Sanji is just homophobic, and that's all that his part is. But everyone else is just people trying to live their best life.
Yep.
Or transphobic, whatever phrase you want to use. Yeah. So at first I viewed it and I was like, especially when you first meet Ivankov, and like you're like, oh, this is just a bad stereotype. This is just a bad stereotype. But as you watch and you see the progression of it, and you see that they're real people, it is pretty cool. And it's like, I don't know, it's thought that was the thing, and maybe for some people that's some form of representation. You know what I mean?
Yeah. For me, so when Ivankov was introduced, Drag Race was just starting to get popular.
Okay.
Oh, really?
So I think, at least, well, I should say when I got introduced to Ivankov, Drag Race was getting popular. So it may have been like, oh, this is like a popular thing. But again,
is Ivankov anime's RuPaul?
That's how I took it.
Wait, what'd you say?
Ivankov is yeah.
Okay.
Just a question. I don't know.
We got to see what Ivankov does in the story, but maybe.
Everything so far, I mean,
I feel like Ivankov is more like divine.
Divine. I did think.
Because loud, brash, in your face, gonna make their moves no matter what.
Divine.
Not really putting on for anyone else. Actually, no, because it's put like John Waters. They're going with this. John Waters is dragon. Ivankov is divine. Let's not go too far down this rabbit hole.
I love
it. That is dope. I like that.
I love
John Waters is dragon. I mean, John Waters is a bad man.
No, for sure, but
John
don't
Waters
want to go down this rabbit hole too far.
Right. Okay. But the point I'm making is, in the same vein of these weird, like furries and anime, apparently, and I'm only going off the cover, which is going to make me read it. Dogs and Scissors. Rings the bell, Wes?
I know. It's just really weird. I don't.
Okay, cool. Because the cover is just, this is where I got the perv aspect from. The cover is just a woman with red eyes, black hair, scantily clad. And by scantily clad, I mean Jump Shonen scantily clad, with 2 pairs of scissors. So I'm believing that this manga, which I'm going to read, is about furries who are dog groomers.
They're both.
I'm reading it. What?
They're both.
They're both.
So they're just barbers.
They're not just barbers. They're dog groomers. You don't take your dog to a barber. You take him to a groomer.
But if you're a dog,
it's a salon.
Okay, I'll take your word for it. That's just wild.
That's what I'm saying. Like, all I have on this is two things to go off. This is all I'm going off of. Dogs and scissors. It's just angled like this. Scantily clad woman like this with just like all here and like little scissors like down here.
I'm good.
And then a paw and a scissor here, and that's it. I'm hooked. I'm reading this thing. It is a 12 episode watch.
You gonna share your screen?
No.
No.
I'm not. Oh wait.
I want to see this cover you keep talking about.
All right, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, share the cover.
Ever so curious.
All right, here it goes.
Wow.
That is.
Right?
I'm good.
That is exactly what I described.
I don't need this in my life.
I do.
Where are the dog paws?
Down on the down by dog and scissors, where it says dog, there's a paw, and scissors up at the top. There's some scissors.
Okay, I see the dog. See, I gotta practice this.
Yeah, no.
What? You know what?
It's unnecessary.
What? Fighting West. I'm watching this and reporting back next week.
Fine.
Okay, yeah, please do. Well, I can't wait for that.
Fighting you, West.
So Matt, I actually got to call you out on something.
Oh man,
one of the homies, one of our homies, mutual friends, Neftali from the Chicago comedy scene.
Oh God.
He made a post of a GIF of a very iconic anime, and Matt says this looks familiar.
Yo,
Matt, the guy who was alive during the runs, has no idea who Lupin the Third is.
Oh wow,
legend, bro. He's over here like, who is this?
I did not say who is this. I said this looks familiar.
Bro, you don't know Lupin the Third?
No.
Like for me, when I think of anime, like Lupin the Third is like one of the first things that comes to my mind.
That's why I say it looks familiar. I clearly have watched it.
See, Lupin was just one of those first like Adult Swim anime that like I really got into because it was Yu Yu Hakusho, Lupin the Third, Outlaw Star,
and then Case Closed was after that.
And Case Closed.
The fact that it
was murder.
The fact that you said Outlaw Star means I definitely saw this.
Outlaw Star was the shit. I feel like that's one of the most underrated 90s anime for me. Everyone's all like on Trigun and they love Vash, and it's great. Don't get me wrong.
One I never really got into. It was too slapstick.
Yeah. I mean, Cowboy Bebop, I feel like also was in that kind of circle. Outlaw Star, Cowboy Bebop, Trigun, they're all kind of space westerns, for lack of a better phrase.
Yeah.
Outlaw Star has grappling ships, and that shit was dope as hell to me. Like this, I thought that was super cool.
Whole other aspect, like I mean, instead of having like suits fight your battles, the ships are actually have these extendo arms. Like, I'm gonna shoot you with my space gun that my ship has.
And right? It's like I'm gonna suplex someone. I'm gonna suplex like another spaceship. It was just it doesn't make sense. It was great.
It was great. It was the perfect mix of Gundam and stupid.
And stupid. Okay.
Yeah.
That's fair.
I mean, it's great.
26 episode anime. Didn't need any more than that. Wow. Told the whole story.
Yeah. See, this is why you don't do theories.
Just
I don't know how that connected either, but I threw it out there.
But going back to what we were talking about, because it started off with the Lupin discussion. Lupin the Third, if you're not familiar with it, is one of the classic animes. It started off, I believe, in 1971 as far as the anime goes. But the thing for Lupin the Third that really made it stand out for me, because I think the versions that we watched on Adult Swim was like Lupin the Third, like the second or third series. It wasn't the original. Like this is like hand-drawn, choppy animation. You can see the frames moving. But like that, if you get a chance, it was on Hulu last time I checked. It was on Verve. It's on Crunchyroll. It's on all those things. But look up the original, super slow paced 1971 Lupin the Third. They were like the first anime that had like fully orchestral, like it was like a Japanese jazz conductor led like a big band. And it just has, to me, one of the dopest soundtracks in all of anime. I think it holds up outside of anime, outside of that show. There's some Japanese dude who's, to me, sounds like he's doing some kind of like Bob Dylan impression during some of like they're walking around. It's like they hear like this like guitar, and he's like, "Hey man, are you looking for Lupin?" And it's like that's just like, "Hey," like that's like all it's like it's great. So if you get a chance to watch the original anime, I'd say take it. But even more than that, if you can find the soundtrack, which they do have on YouTube, you can listen to, I would say give that a listen because I think it holds up. They've done a remake, like a Japanese orchestra, I think in 2002, did like a remastered where they just like did like a live playing of that original score, and that's also great. So again, highly recommend Lupin the Third if you want to know your anime history. I would say aside from like Astro Boy or some of like the older stuff, that's a great place to get into it. It's not like it's all about heists. So it's all about like Lupin is the world's greatest thief. And what he does is he kind of like schemes and stuff. And he has this team that he kind of builds. There's Jigen, who is like the gunman. He's awesome. Forget what the name of the swordsman is, but he's the swordsman stereotype like Zoro. Boom, you can see where it comes from him. He loves his sake and loves his swords and doesn't give a fuck about much else. And then Fujiko Mine, who was like this beautiful woman who knew how to use her like womanly sensibilities and her sexuality to like get through stuff. And then they were also chased by Detective Zenigata, who was like, they're his great like police chief rival. And then, as I learned more about it, it learns that Lupin III is actually a descendant of a classic French series of novels of a French thief called Arsène Lupin, which is crazy. But essentially, it's like a pseudo sequel to like a famous, series of stories. So it has a rich background, and it's just like they travel over the world. And especially as they get into like the newer ones, like I think series 4 is like where it kind of gets like in the 2000s. So it gets that computer generated and everything just looks flashy. It loses a little bit of its like soul and personality. But again, Lupin the Third is one of my all-time favorite animes. I highly recommend it. It is legitimately a classic. I think if you watch it, you'll see influences from your favorite anime coming from there.
I mean, it's dope. If you like heist, you'll like Lupin.
Yeah, it's like great set pieces. I mean, the most popular thing that he's done is the Castle Caligostro movie. I think Miyazaki did one of his first movies. Miyazaki created it, and it's great. It's a good story, but it doesn't hold a candle to like the series to me. So that's me in my soapbox. That's my vintage anime recommendation for today.
I happily take that lashing of having not watched that, and the tongue lashing of that sounds like an amazing series.
Dude, it is.
How did you get it?
You owe it to yourself.
Because it's older than me. That's how.
Yeah. Like, dude, when I went to Japan, they were doing like a big relaunch for it. So there was like, I don't know, we're somewhere, and Laura was like wanted to go shopping in a store. And as I was walking around outside, like as like part of the big promotion, it was like a pachinko hall, I think was near us. And they were just like, they were introducing like the new like Lupin Series 4, Series 5 like editions of the pachinko machines. And so there was literally like a 4-piece band, like a horn section that was like ba-nup, 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 like, and they were doing like the
yes, the theme.
Like, they were like playing it. But then they had some dude like come dressed up as like Lupin that was like sneaking around. It was very silly, but it was like a cool random thing just to kind of see.
Great experience, yeah.
It was like a split second thing that happened, like almost.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it was just like
you just happened to be there. They were advertising it.
Well, I mean, it was like a super busy touristy area,
right? But
it was like the Tokyo Dome. So Tokyo Dome is like its own thing, but they have like a little mini city, like very similar to Wrigleyville. I think what Wrigleyville is trying to do. It's a big stadium, and then there's like businesses
around it.
Yeah, so it was like that, and it was like that area. So there was like it was touristy. Like I wasn't just the only person standing out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but you didn't know it was going to happen though.
Right. I had no idea. I'm literally just like looking at my phone trying to see what food was around. That was really what I was doing.
And then the best anime, the first one that you ever saw, probably.
No, it wasn't the first one I saw, but it's definitely the one that I'm like, this, like, because I said, like you said, it was Adult Swim era. So Lupin the Third and Case Closed. So it was like the dopest little detective and like the dopest thief. And it was just like, that was such a cool dichotomy of time. And both of those shows, I haven't really followed with Case Closed as much.
Case Closed is still going on from what
I know it is. I tried to get back in, but there's
levels.
Is it?
I feel like they're comparable as far as for as long as they've been out. Like they've been out for about the same amount of time.
But Case Closed is definitely taking more breaks. Like One Piece's breaks are usually just like I have to take this week off. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
it's not Golden Week. It's like just 3 on, 1 off almost.
Yeah. So it's
Like
like,
if you get a long and extended one, that's like pretty nice. But it's usually been lately 3-4 on, 1 off.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
and it's probably going to go, but probably going to go down to two on, 1 off.
2 on, 1 off going forward. Yeah, like this is the first non-normal break that we've had, I think, this week.
Yeah. I was disappointed not to have a chapter to read this week, but that's okay. We'll get
I mean,
we'll get through
I'd
it.
rather Goda be safe, healthy with his family.
yeah,
So that
if
going into the future.
before finishing this, I don't know what I'd do with myself.
I remember reading something that they would figure out how to do that. They would finish it. Like they have plans to like how to finish it.
I have no confidence in that.
Never have confidence in that. Never.
Anime stick in the landing?
No. Of anyone finishing your work and it standing up to
Your stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If someone were to take that over for any reason, I wouldn't be able to watch it.
No, yeah, it's in line with doing it for the money, which is you absolutely hate.
Yeah, that's fair. I feel like that's a good spot to hit me with one of these.
Yep.
Cool. All right. So shit. What else were we supposed to talk about today?
I don't know. I'm still in my feelings about getting roasted by Naphtali. I kind of did that to myself.
Well, you kind of deserved it, so.
I did, but again, I was being open and vulnerable about how something loving and it evoked a feeling, saying this is familiar.
Yeah.
But after that, yeah, I deserve all that.
As long as you recognize it, that's fine.
No. I mean, I know who I'm dealing with. But I found out, and now I found out something amazing because I forgot. I should say I reminded myself, and then I learned even more because Lupin sounds like an incredible backstory.
Oh, it's
that they built the story off, which is, I think, an incredible writing technique. Just like here's a whole story.
Lupin concurrently, but every time I caught an episode, I enjoyed it. Like I watched at least 2 of the movies.
Yeah, I know. Like the more, because I feel like they did like a new series, like maybe 5 or 6. I don't know my numbers. It came out and like I think it was the one that came out. Like,
it came out like recently because I remember seeing it on Crunchyroll.
Yeah, like 2018, like around that time that I went and visited Japan. I think that was what it was.
Yeah,
they released a new series, and the big deal was that it was a lot darker and a lot more like adult theme heavy, which is fine, but it's not really what I.
It's not the style you're used to.
Yeah, I mean, because it was like it would go between like Lupin's trying to steal like some jewels or something, and he stumbles upon like a human trafficking ring, and like they catch him there, and they're like, "Are you smuggling people?" And Lupin's like, "I steal stuff, not people." And he what like that whole episode is an arc of him like proving his innocence. It's great, and like helping catch the bad guy. Yeah.
Okay. I see.
So it's just like there's like a bit of like I mean Lupin's a bit of that like dirty old perv character that anime loves.
Anime love
goes done for any pretty woman. Yeah, I mean it's just great because I just feel like there's so many. I feel like I watch that and I just see the tropes that everything else comes from there.
Oh yeah, those traditional anime tropes.
Yeah, I feel like you look at like Jigen and look at the swordsman and the gunman, and that's like the gunman's wearing a suit. It's very much like Zoro Sanji, though they're always feuding with each other. They're both really good at what they do. And like ultimately when they have to work together, something amazing happens, but like they don't.
Yeah. Anytime those two actually teamed up in the show, really good.
Yeah, it was fucking awesome.
And then immediately afterwards they hate each other?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's not like I hate each other, but it's like that rivalry.
It's like it's the rivalry of like, no, this is a dude who's badass from the other side of town in your sport. Exactly. And you're badass on your side of town in your sport. And the next thing you know, you go to the same college.
Yep.
And now you need to be badasses to work together.
No, you should make that an anime.
Let me make a note of that.
Please.
Low key though, one of the things that's happening is everything's kind of being shut down, like production and stuff, but like animation is still going on strong because it doesn't require people. So it's like I have an idea for some anime stuff that I've like been wanting to do for a while that I need to like put out in pen. But I feel like
I'm down, and actually one of the things that like I was debating between this one and the other one of like things that you discover that were like, holy crap, I didn't know about it. It was pretty dope. Again, Netflix, Cannon Busters.
Oh yeah,
I've seen that. I haven't watched it. Is it worth watching?
I enjoy it.
Okay.
It is adequate. On the scale of anime.
Say no more, dog. Say no more. I have plenty of those.
Yeah, it's funny.
I will say this: the lead character, amazing. Everything around them,
You're not selling. You're not selling.
I mean, that's how I feel about most of the Netflix animes. So
yeah, except for they bought that.
What's up?
I'm waiting for the next season of Baki to come on Netflix.
The Grappler, yeah.
Oh yeah, because like I read all of that manga and it was such a beautiful thing.
Did they remake it, or is there like, because there used to be an OG like Baki the Grappler?
Well, there have been a couple different I can say variations of this manga, like and told like through different times in the story, but like it's all one cohesive story and it is so good. Like once we get to the end and see Baki and his dad have their final fight, it is
spoiler.
It's everything that you want. That's the whole point of the story.
Oh, I didn't know that.
The whole point of the story for him.
Like, when Luffy gets the One Piece, like of course it's gonna happen, bro. Like,
but that is gonna happen. Like, because I read that all the time. Like, I've only gotten the Baki story after the first tournament and leading up to basically whatever's on Netflix.
You know what? I got the box set of the first season. I'll let you borrow.
Word. Sanitize first.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. But no, I absolutely love Baki too. Like the dude who had the stuff implanted into him.
Oh yeah.
That guy's amazing. God, that guy's so good. I love that guy. That guy's so good. But then there's also that Cuban dude. Like, also, how do you find all these people who are like 6'8", 230 and jacked, and have the movement of a small little field mouse?
That's just that level of fighting. That's that.
I love it.
Of pushing your body to the ultimate lengths, to strongest man out there. That's all testosterone.
Yeah, I remember my youth. That was great. Now I exert myself, I hurt. And that's just getting out of a chair. That's all true. Yeah, that's a good story. I gotta sit there like watching that second season. I'm like, oh no, there's so much before this. Like, okay, cool. I need to do this whole thing because there's more after what I've seen. Because it's like after the tournament, he is in Tokyo with his girlfriend, and like that whole thing, which is like also Baki getting in touch with his feelings, is just strange. And then a second later, he's ready to kill someone. So, the dichotomy is so great. But I also want to know what happens afterwards because, like you just said, he fights his dad. His dad's a monster.
Yeah, his dad. They literally call him the demon. Like like they either call him the demon or the king, depending on the translation. But like he is known throughout the world as the strongest man. Like that's to be fucked with. Like whole nations bow to this man. One man.
I mean, we've lived through that. Shit. Yeah, we have Michael Jordan.
Bruh.
I'm
sorry.
I'm done.
Sorry, Mr. Rocket fan.
Sure.
Am I lying though? Stretching the truth. I will tell you. I will settle for stretching the truth.
All right.
He's just like not acknowledging me.
Nope.
Like, all right, that's what you're gonna. All right.
All right, Matt. All right.
Hey, nobody.
Where do we go from here? I don't
know. Michael Jordan. This is my dude. I thought you were going somewhere else with that completely. You just said Michael Jordan.
What? Like you haven't seen Michael Jordan in an anime before? The basketball player that coincidentally is wearing number 23 that also happens to be black?
Yeah. But
I did see Obama in an anime though. That was
right?
In a manga, but it was still.
No.
I read the golf one I keep mentioning that I'm going to remember. Tiger Woods is in it.
Like that checks out. They always sports one always put like a representative, like someone that's the basis of the real life version in there.
Yep.
Because like in Tiger Pro Wrestling W, Tiger Mask W, sorry. They actually have like straight up like New Japan characters in there, but they also have like, they don't have the names, but it's very clearly like that's supposed to be John Cena, like that's supposed to be Triple H. Like this is a whole group that's DX, but they can't say that. Like it's very
yeah.
So it's kind of the same process, yeah. I wouldn't be surprised in fuck, what's the swimming one? There's like a swimmers anime, and I wouldn't be surprised if Michael Phelps was in there.
Yeah.
Do they have like finishing moves in that swimmer one?
I don't know. I haven't watched it. I just know of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I keep scrolling by Hakio. I said that wrong. The volleyball one.
Yeah.
I love volleyball. I really want to watch that one.
Yeah. I mean, sports animes are like very hit or miss for me.
But they can really be good.
But Prince of Tennis was the shit.
Yeah, Prince of Tennis. I need to get back into that because I never finished it, but it was so good.
I don't think
Reading or watching?
For me, that was watching. For me, that was that era of we were like in a little college town. There's a bookstore called Hastings, RIP, and you could go there for $1 and rent a DVD for a day. So we would just, like I said, my roommate would go and grab a bunch of random stuff. I would grab, whatever dumb comedy thing I was into at the time. And
right.
Well, actually, I'd probably grab like a video game or something. So because like I don't want to talk to people. So yeah, that was kind of our time frame then. And so we'd get a bunch of random ones. So I don't think I actually like got past like disc 2 of Prince of Tennis, but I remember that one being like pretty dope.
I just remember like how like in depth they go with like in any sports anime, like how in depth they go with like the moves and like the thought and strategy behind every single action. Like,
but that's what sports is, though.
Yeah,
that's sports.
Because I was never really into sports my whole life.
Yeah, that happens.
Person, I'm 6'5" in basketball. Let's just put that out there. Everyone knows it.
It's facts, people.
No, I remember like that. Like you saying that reminded me of I can't remember what it was. It's a boxing anime, but
or Hajime Ippo.
I think it's Hajime Ippo.
That's the one. Yeah.
There's like a whole episode where they just go into the Dempsey role.
Yeah.
Yes.
Boxing, and that's just like I'll never forget. That was like one of the dopest things. Yeah, dude.
It's factual. Oh my god. Yeah.
It's real. Like once, yeah, like it's so real. But I just remember seeing that and just being like, damn, I want to be a boxer. Like. I don't want to be a boxer.
I've watched you after like because I think I was watching a boxing YouTube and they mentioned that anime as like no, this one perfect like sports anime. They sometimes like get it off, but like this one perfectly describes what the Dempsey role was, and it shows how he uses it to win in the thing.
And how like
someone else who's like modern day who just like is absurd with it and was just like knocking people out. But that's beside the point. That's the best thing about the sports because if that shows the mangaka did the research, knows the sport really well, and can just convey that through their like the technique it goes down into.
We just got like a pop-up question from one of our viewers here. Did Baki reference Ali and his son?
Yes, Ali Jr. is one of my favorite characters.
Okay.
Ali Jr. is the shit.
Right.
I saw him and I'm like, yes, that's exactly what I was trying to do. Oh my god, so good.
Yo, this is much more fun when people are actually in the audience jumping in and saying, I just want to go out there.
I completely forgot about Ali and Ali's son. Like, oh god. And the fact in the Baki was like your dad was working on this style. It was unfinished when I fought him, and now watching, I know you've mastered it. And like, yep, yeah, I did that.
Mm-hmm. Just like that's like
I love this
thing. Muhammad Ali was like not just a boxer, but he created his own style of martial arts.
Yeah.
Like above all else. And like had he not gone to jail, he could have it and could have like been dominant. Like but the fact that his son has taken his place, just as good.
Yeah.
Yep. I love it. And that's and the analog to how his daughter did the same thing.
Yeah.
And real life, yeah.
I love when they do that. There's details. Oh god. Especially when like you put the details into planning something that's like a decade long, and you can go back to like chapter 200 on the cover page and see how someone made a reference to something that manifested in chapter 980.
Yo, I mean,
that's
really, it's hard to beat One Piece like at any level,
right?
Like it really is because like even the cover story now is tying up loose threads from fucking Thriller Bark. Like it's Thriller Bark, Dressrosa, and the one we just finished the Totland like arcs are all getting like little bows on them, and we're getting facts about how Dressrosa's doing. We're getting facts from stuff from Thriller Bark. Like it's insane. That's just the cover story.
We know what the Grand Fleet flag looks like.
Page. It's crazy.
So much.
What about the cover story that went into Enel going to the moon?
Yo, like I can't wait to see how that comes back in the story. But like it's gonna, like it's gonna, like
Oh, Nell. I was like, who the hell is Nell?
Oh, Enel. Yeah, sorry. Excuse
And your Enaru, depending on your.
me. Enaru,
Thank you, Enaru.
Enaru, excuse me. Wrong translation.
He's Funimation. We Viz over here.
Yeah. Viz gang.
When I was watching it, maybe.
Oh man, yo.
All learn as we grow. It's called growth.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I appreciate that. That speaks to me right here.
I'm here to love you, dude.
Damn.
And you, dude.
I'll take it.
You're not gonna give it back? Cool.
No, we'll take it. That's it.
All right, cool. I got that.
You're the love of the group. You know, you're the heart. He's the mind. I'm the soul. Or nah, I'm the mind. He's the soul. You're the heart. Yeah, we'll go with that.
I'm cool with that. I'm good with that.
All right, good. Dope. I'm gonna hit him with one of these, and I think we'll head into the wrap up part of the day.
You think we could be the Triforce? Spirit, power, wisdom?
Yeah, there's some truth in there.
I don't know.
Triforce.
Put it out there. Triforce.
See, well, I don't know. See, the thing is, like, Matt's old, so he's wisdom. But which one of us is power and spirit?
Can I be power too? I mean, I used to power lift.
Let's see if you can outlift me, and then we'll go from there.
Ooh.
Just start. I need to get back on it. I'm not on it right now. That's why I said you can.
No,
be
I get
power.
that. I get that. I haven't been working out during this thing either.
And only working on doing
You know
furniture.
what? I
I've been
did
playing Just Dance.
classes, and then they shut down.
What?
That's right. You were doing that.
Yeah, I was taking Muay Thai classes, martial arts
Oh.
for the first time in my life, and like then COVID-19 happens.
Yeah.
But
Dude,
you should
I had-
know enough that you could at least do katas or something standing around.
I've been doing some shadow boxing and going through like the forums like
Yeah.
in the morning and stuff, but that's about it.
Yeah, there's a so I was doing like I did like a this time last year I was about to start a weight loss challenge. So I've been doing like not quite CrossFit, but like cross training high intensity to kind of get fit so you can't do CrossFit. So I've been doing that for a little bit, like over a year, and I actually like hit some kind of financial difficulties and kind of had to cancel my thing like right as this hit. Which is like if I just waited, I wouldn't have gotten charged, but still been able to go to the gym and use their online gym stuff right now. But it is what it is. I've been trying to do some like body weight workout stuff, but I can't get myself motivated.
In
Yeah.
time,
But Just Dance every now and then has been my move.
I do that. I'm doing that more too.
It was on sale on like the PlayStation for like $20 or something like that.
yeah.
Oh, I meant like actual dancing.
No, it's like a video game called Just Dance.
I meant like YouTube videos.
And he puts on Donna Summer and dances around all day.
Don't knock Donna Summer and
I'm
Jazz
not.
dancing. Oh, okay.
How was that a knock? I enjoy Donna Summer.
I'm just in a place because I got called out by Lupin. For Lupin. In a
Listen,
place.
he likes music from his childhood like we all do. It's all good.
Yeah, I get it. I get it.
All right.
I need to rewatch Lupin.
We gotta leave Pops alone for a little bit.
I'm booming over here, guys.
You're not a boomer, are you?
Matt Boone.
No, definitely not. No. I'm a Xenial.
Like the Xer and the X.
He's
Yeah.
Right there on the cuff.
Cusp, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just like I guess Wes isn't the other end. You're close though.
Yeah.
No, this is definitely it's full on.
No, my little sister's the millennial Gen X. She's born.
Yeah,
But she's that border.
Mixio? Is that what we're gonna call
I
it?
am what I am. That's why I put my age right up here so everyone knows.
Are you literally that model?
Yeah.
Like-
Come on, I came out in 1990.
Yeah. In fact, my 30th birthday is in a couple days.
Oh, geez. Well, happy early birthday, my dude. Will it be before the next show?
No, it's just coming Thursday.
Okay, so it will be.
Okay, yeah.
Well, damn, we
So-
would have done something if we knew.
Next week.
No big deal. It's,
No. It's like his ass is 30. Yeah, we'll do something. We'll do something next week for you.
We'll do
I
something.
appreciate it.
We'll figure out what that is.
Yeah, we'll make it work.
I don't know. I just wanted to do something weird.
All right. So
Whatever you come up with will be great. I appreciate it.
dope. Well, I can definitely tell that we're winding down a little bit here for the day. It's been another great meeting of the Melanated Anime Club. So yeah, like
Commented and joined in the fun.
people
Absolutely.
jumping in. We're gonna definitely.
Always more fun when you jump in. Like, thank you to that gentleman who mentioned Ali, because I literally forgot my favorite character in Baki, which shameful.
Yeah, that's what's up. And if you guys are the viewers and you guys are enjoying this, reach out to us. I mean, if you're on Facebook, I can reach back out to you guys. But we're always we're going to try to start working on the show and beefing it up a little bit. So we're going to be looking for guests to come in and talk about anime with us. We're going to be looking for people to come in and give us their feedback. So if that's someone that you are and you're melanated and you like these kind of things, even if you're not melanated, we'll throw you up here. Maybe.
It's fine.
Maybe.
Allies.
Yeah, allies for sure. But yeah, so if you enjoy that, please, subscribe to this group if you're in the Melanated Anime Club on Facebook. It is a Facebook group. We're doing stuff on YouTube, but we haven't really pushed it too much yet. We're still trying to get a feel on what we want to do for this show.
It's early days. We're working.
Yeah. So if there's anything that you think works, anything you think doesn't work, let us know.
Anything you'd like to see.
Yeah. If you have any video editing capabilities and want to help us produce on that end, that'd be dope too. Yeah, honestly, if you want to help this club and want to join the club, you're in.
There it is.
All right. Cool. All right, so that's that. I'm gonna hit them. Anything you guys need to plug or anything before we go?
Not
wear a mask.
Stay safe. Watch anime. Have fun.
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much the same. Give us likes, shares, or subscribes. I've been hitting, all of our different payment options here. So that's me. If you want to pay me, this is Wes. If you want to pay Wes, let that go through a little bit longer so you can see the whole thing. There we go.
Yeah, birthday money.
If you want to give Matt some money or link up with Matt, this is how you get a hold of him. We've been the Melanated Anime Club. We're gonna keep doing this on Saturdays. This is definitely something I look forward to. And hopefully we'll see more of you. And if you got some animes you want us to look over or talk about, anything like that, let us know. We all have access to anime.
The internet, so I have access to everything. Yes.
We can watch and review.
Crunchyroll, Funimation.
If you have a manga that you are customly publishing, let us know.
I'll read it.
About that. If you create content, we want to see your shit too. So
Yeah.
also one thing, if you are if you can draw at all, we would love to commission an anime version of us. So if that's something that you can do, that'd be dope as well, because that'd be cool to have a real logo that's not just something I made. So cool. Dope. Thank you all so much for joining the Melanated Anime Club. I'm gonna hit y'all with some music, and if you remember, as always, keep it creamy.
Love it.
All right, I'm gonna hit him with it. Let's do it.
Go.
Oh shit! Hold on.
Oh no.
Man, I was so slick with that, and then I clicked X on accident.
It's all cool.
It is cool. We're still working this out. We still got our viewer. They're still digging it.
People love this, ambient noise.
Yeah, we just talking. It's all good.
Also, it's a global crisis.
It is a global pandemic. That is the thing that we all are dealing with. All right. So again, keep it creamy.
日差しのアドリブ光るウィンドウを二人の心のモザイクみたい歩調を緩めたあなたの影私をすっぽり包み込むわ優しさは言葉にすると嘘っぽくなりそうさりげなく交わす微笑み It's a creamy 甘さを抑えて時にはそんな気分時にはそんな気分 It's a creamy It's a creamyきらめくサウンド 流すレコード体にリズムが溶け込んでくる揺らめく風にも二人の目が